Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the winner bracket semi-final. It's ET. It's to make odds even versus Dignitas. And we have 10 players ready to rock and roll with two big teams. It's an interesting conversation ongoing. I'm watching you, sir. There's an interesting debate going on as to whether Dignitas have found a team who actually may know the key to beating them. A few people have been saying they think that to make odds even will play well against Dignitas. To make odds even actually said the one team they didn't want to face was Yo-Yo Tech. They said they had no desire to play against Wiadro, and thus they were hoping for a blight victory if they won. Dyla said that. Ross is just like, what can I say? Ross is here in front of us because he knows that after this match we'll be on to his. Whether it started or not, I won't know. But we'll be moving over to that game. We're moving to Gold Rush first, though, to make odds even versus Dignitas on Gold Rush. Now, you may be wondering, when did Dignitas pick up an ET team? About yesterday would be the answer. Blight apparently bag of hot air on their promises, and Dignitas came through for the team and saved the day. As we're almost ready to go. Dignitas, of course, Matthias, Reload, Knight, Ferris, and Drago, all stars, all have won this event before under various different names. Ferris under Idle, I don't think he's won it with anybody else. And TLR, of course, with Knight in that team. Drago's won it. They stood there. As Matthias and Reload have both won it. Sorry, Matthias has won it for TLR. Reload has won it for many incarnations, of course. Then on the to make odds even side, well, they're the side that have always done well on land. So we'll see what happens with them. What's the ref password? I'm going to force ready. Can you get it for me? They're taking a miss now. We are debating the finer points of map selection. There's to make odds even of some complaints about Dignitas's map choices. So the desire to start this game may be withheld a little longer, which is just swell. As both sides are debating who picked Gold Rush already. To make odds even and picked Gold Rush. Both teams want it, apparently. That's up for debate, so we should get a good game on it. Oh, no, they didn't. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the winner bracket semi-final between Dignitas and to make odds even. We are live, ready to go. Map 1 is Gold Rush. We are about to find out what the second map is, as we have Dignitas away. It is Radar as our second map. Gold Rush and Radar should be a good one, as it will be Ferris and Reload now to push through. What do Dignitas have to offer? They've hustled 3 players down to the ammo and health packs, which we will now come back round. Numeric has gone looking for those 3 players, as he is going to find Knight before we're respawning. Reload is looking for love, and he finds himself nothing but Frag Stealer's MP40. Command post is up. Knight now ready to charge in towards side, as he will nade in, gets himself the frag on Numeric, and then tries to rifle across. Doesn't quite get the rub of the green with his rifle, but then does drop Krine. As we have Knight now making his rifle onto the head of Numeric, and Numeric's had an Estonian all over him for a long, long time. Knight then rifles back, and he seems to be doing it all on his own, as Ferris has no binds, we are told. We are ready to start one more time. Here we go. Second time I'm asking. Knight versus TMOE. Dignitas versus TMOE. Though it does sometimes look like it's all Knight in his own as he gets dropped by Frag Stealer there. Where are the rest of his teammates? Knight was on side for a long, long time, waiting on backup. Didn't come for him. As they will push through for them as they now go. They make their way through. Dialer will push forward. Now we spy Matthias and Ferris, both in on the frag. Krine's double landmine picks off 2, and Dignitas not really getting very far. With Reload now making his way up towards the where Dignitas have been held at bay here by a Polish side that really are making an encouraging start. Reload and Knight will make their way now around the back, the 2 Estonian powerhouses. We know this one strat that they have where Reload sort of plays the semi-defensive medic and just meds his teams into the objective. Will that be the case this time? As TMOE are low on numbers, Ferris is in on that objective. He's got Knight with him, and there you see Reload as that sort of insta-revive man. He doesn't get the revive this time, albeit you wouldn't have seen it because of someone's poor camera work. Matthias makes his way across now. Drago gets a nade in his face. Grenade comes in from another one. As Drago will nade over the top. Drago gets himself the frag onto Krine as well. But still, 3 minutes played and no touch of that tank. Matthias clears the landmine. Now looks to fire it in. Of course, Matthias, the big mover of this one. Moving from last year's finalists, in last year's second place to last year's first place. And here we have Reload coming around the back. Makes his way through, gets himself the frag onto Dialer. Is there anybody else? Yes, there'll be a rifle nade onto Reload, combined with an MP40. Krine, thinking there may be Knight or someone around the back. We just saw Knight going in towards side. As he pushes in now with his rifle. Doesn't hit anything. And 3.5 minutes have passed here. You remember? The bet between Baggies and Mees was that TMOE would win a map against Dignitas. Krine is going to make its way forward. Frag Stealer picks up the MP40. Drago is down. Here goes Reload and Ferris. Both of them have no health whatsoever to make this push up the backside. And Krine is going to try and get in there, but Reload will frag him out. And we are hustling here with Matthias ready to make his way forward. Reload and Matthias and Ferris all up towards main, but all getting stung every time they go forward. Knight starts it well with a frag on a Frag Stealer. Reload's going to have to be picking up Ferris as they go. They clear the way for their engineer, and they don't even see any players, but the one player that was there had a primed engineer. It was Krine, who clears 3 men out on that tank. He gets a double rifle nade after his precision nade onto the one engineer that was there. Excellent work from Krine. Has just held that tank for his team with one foul swoop. And a 5-minute first stage full hold already for to make odds even. This is what the doctor ordered for the Poles. Knight will go along with Drago. Nope, he'll dart back with Reload, and you know for sure that Reload will be subservient to his Estonian master that is Knight. As he and Ferris will lead the way, and the threesome will continue. We've seen this so many times. They make their way through. They have to dance some landmines still, though, as the Ferris has in fact been separated from them as well. Knight doesn't get revived. Ferris gets gibbed, and to make odds even, holding Dignitas at the tank. Never thought I'd say those words. Drago gets himself a Thompson frag, as does Knight. Matthews has an opportunity to get in here. Takes a lot of damage though, and despite his headshot onto Frag Stealer, doesn't do enough. Dialer's got himself the frag onto Knight, and Drago will make his way forward. Reload does get his revive on there, and now Ferris will go forward. But Eden's double nade picks up the 2 medics as well. So the engineer who was there can't be revived. Knight's going to go for it as well. Rifle nades in, nowhere near anyone actually. As he will gib Dialer with his rifle. He shot his 2 loads, and Krine's double nade keeps going. And to make odds even are flying here, and Dignitas find themselves with some serious questions to ask, and it's the nades that have done the damage. Remember, these two sides met, no, it was Blight and to make odds even who met online in the Seeding Cup 2 weeks ago, and to make odds even looked very, very average. Well, albeit it may be premature, but they may well have started as they mean to finish here, and may well be placing in the money. Remember, the winners of both winner bracket semi-finals are guaranteed at least 2nd place. At least 3rd place. Though one of those 2 is guaranteed at least 2nd. Just saved myself. Here we go, in towards side. Krine picks himself up 1. Frag Stealer's going to go for it, gets himself the frag onto Reload. And Krine is just like it's like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park. He's just prowling and striking when he wants to. He's just a bit everywhere. He's a lurker. And every time he lurks, he strikes. Maybe not like a velociraptor, but, you know. Yeah, it was a nice story at least. You've not heard that one before. Drago and Reload both get fragged by Numeric, who follows up with a Luger frag onto Knight. Eden then chimes in with 1 more. And I've got to say, this isn't just good. This is brilliant from to make odds even. Their defense is rock solid, and Dignitas don't have the answers. At the moment, we're seeing kind of 3 set attacks. Knight with 2 medics around the back. Knight coming in from the side with 2 from the front. And then just a lot in the front. 3 strats, each one to make odds even have an answer for. Dialer and Krine pick themselves up a frag, and finally Krine is dropped. But not for long. And 6:30 left on the board. They've almost guaranteed themselves, you know, a 10-minute time, and are homing in on a full hold here. Urtir, the once star of this Dignitas lineup, has said, call vote next map. Now Urtir's playing for Section 9, and he's the star of Team Runner. As Matthias will go for it. Numeric pushes his way through. They may be on this tank right now. Frag Stealer is going to swarm in though, but so 5:55. I would beg to differ on Urtir's statement on call vote team next map, because Dignitas can full hold. They are a team with that ability. They are a team with players who dig. And the objective sits in the back of the truck. Dignitas did their best to be sensational. And yet, they were just outnumbered at the last. Truck goes past that first barrier, and with 5 minutes to go, TMOE are going to get away with map 1. But this may be the wake-up call that Dignitas needed. Just to remind them that there are other boys here to play. And remember, last CC, the grand final, Dignitas lost the first map. And in fact, I think in the first half of the second map, we're not far away from losing either. Dignitas have, this team have always managed to find something from nothing. But map 1, TMOE. Baggies owes me's a beer, if you remember the bet earlier. He's not here, I'm looking for him. The truck still hasn't moved a long way though. Ferris has gone up. They got 3 and a bit minutes to get it away. But every time they drop someone out of that top balcony, it moves an inch. Ferris is in a great little position here, considering he doesn't need a second invitation to frag. He just sits on the health and then finishes off the job. Frag Stealer still got it! Unbelievable! Now TMOE are going to pick it up and finally will round the corner. Still more Dignitas players there, but not much longer. Map 1 is going to Poland as TMOE take themselves the headlines and everyone's attention as they lead from Dignitas. Well, things are getting interesting in this game. That is it, map 1 done. Look at that, Crine, 52 frags, about 20 away from anyone else on his team, albeit his damage given was only marginally higher. And the spread was pretty even on both sides, except for Matthias, who, on that Dignitas side, you could just see him. He was everywhere. He couldn't stop fragging. And I'm sure, as Numeric says, Knight, you're such an annoying player. I'm sure I said at the beginning, Knight, the most annoying player to play against. And on to radar we go. We've drawn the biggest crowd of the day for this one, not surprisingly. Pletka hasn't moved in hours. Front row center. You're live from the Crossfire Intel Challenge. Make sure you check out the Crossfire website, www.crossfire.nu. All the VODs are live on quadv.com. And we'd like to give a special thank you to Intel for making all of this possible. We have prizes from Intel for all of these teams as well. First in both ET and Call of Duty, we'll be taking home Intel Gaming Spec motherboards. We have the new Core i7 and i5 chipsets on both of those. Speaking of Core i7s, come first or second in the Quake Live tournament, and you will be taking home the top 2 Core i7 specification processors, courtesy of Intel. Quake Live tournament is underway. But we'll find out. Yo-Yo Tech still watching on. Ross keeps an eye on it. He's starting after this game. Adicor wants the game started soon, but I think Ross is feeling a bit of a weak bladder or something that'll just keep him from getting there in time. We hope anyway. Who are we missing? Dialer, who's not there. Dialer! Time to play. What are you doing? No time for that. You have to play. Come and do an interview, if anything. Then you gotta play. Okay, we'll be right back. You're on Quad V. And we're back. Players thought they could have a cigarette. Not on my watch. Here we go. The teams have been swapped. And we are ready to... Ready up. If you tell the chap in there, he might be able to help you. The guy in the cupboard around the corner, just tell him the screen's broken. Here we go. Can you ready them up? Knight. Here we go. Welcome back to the Crossfire Intel Challenge 7. It's map 2 of To Make Odds Even versus Dignitas. And Dignitas are losing to Make Odds Even. It's Radar that can bail them out. Live in 3, 2, 1. We are fight. And here we go. TMOE are away. Crine is going to get himself in there. Support fire is up as Dialer goes for it. Drago's going to make his way across. Picks himself up the first frag, and Frag Stealer's going to go for it. Reload and Matthias in on the action. As Knight gets himself a cruise serve frag. But Dignitas, who are starting on the offense here, will find out pretty quickly. If they set a good time, well, if they get full held, it's all over. But how many times do you see a full hold on Radar? I'd say 20%, not often. Last time. I think that was the one we're going to see this land. Frag Stealer gets himself a Luger frag. And how many times do you see a full hold against Knight in his team? Frag Stealer's got a lot of ammo in that bag. He's going to have to show us how to use it up at side. 10:55 to go. Frags are coming as Knight takes control of the side. Dynamite is ready to blow. Ferris can't quite do the jump, and if he doesn't make it, he'll get himself dynamited. So will Knight! And that wasn't the one they wanted. Here we go. Crine's ready to push through. Frag Stealer's going to have to use that ammo, and he does. Dynamite puts down on the main entrance. In 90 seconds, they've got both Dynamites down. This is a very positive start from Dignitas. They'll either get held up on side a lot, or they'll cruise through, you feel. Two minutes past. For TMOE, every second is a good one. Here's Knight waiting to go. Remember the days when it was a standard sort of idle Dignitas attack to have Knight poke his head up forward with a Pantherfaust, wait to get killed, then get revived, and then blast through. He made that natural. Reload through main. Matthias dropped. Swaps to a medic rather than a Covey, which he was. 9:45. Reloads Thompson, dispatches of Dialer. As they quickly go up towards side, there'll be 4 here versus 1 at main. Ferris has to medic himself up. They want to combine it with a spawn time attack, which is right now. Knight's going to go for it. Who's going to stop him? It's Frag Stealer with 1, but Ferris comes in. Eden, great revive. Not going to be enough, though. Frag Stealer's on his own. He gets the command post, he gets the covert ops, but the command post is collected, and Dignitas have made it count. They timed it right with the spawn time self-kill, and the job's been done by TMOE. Unless Crine can get in, he's going to take down Ferris with him. But the command post has fallen, and Dignitas, inside 3 minutes, have got the main entrance and the command post. TMOE, you feel need at least another 3 minutes on these next 2 objectives, if not 4 or 10. 7 minutes would give him a real fighting hope against Dignitas. Frag Stealer picks himself up one. Eden gets himself another. Drago's going to hold on. So they make their way forward. 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Be interesting to see what the elimination map would be, because you can bet your house on TMOE probably eliminating Supply Depot. If anyone's got any sense, you just don't play Supply Depot against Knight. So it would be interesting. Drago support fires over as Matthias is going to go for East. Hops up and collects, and is away. Matthias goes forward, and well, that's 4 minutes and 10 on the clock for TMOE. They now need to find another 3 minutes from the West radar parts. If they've got 7, the game is afoot. Drago in towards main. TMOE is holding up thus far, but you know that Dignitas are just biding their time until they've all 5 players. Knight doesn't like attacking until he's got 5. He now has that 5. And he's now got 2 pushing in from main in the shape of Matthias and Reload, who are both in top form. Knight and Reload both down. Here we go with Knight coming in as a covert ops. This will be interesting. From side. Looking to snipe over towards the objective. Headshot onto Eden. First shot as a sniper. It's right on the head. Second one isn't, but it's a shot. He's looking for that man. That's Frag Stealer's position there. He's looking over there. Clearly identified Frag Stealer as one of the players that has a part to play in this. Crime pushing forward. Knight gets himself the frag onto him. Can he do anything more? Dialers at the back. And if anything, he's calling things that he can see that his other players can't. If not more, he's landing headshots. They're shooting him and they've fragged him finally, and that thorn in their side is gone. Dignitas, not very penetrative, if that's a word. They're not penetrating. They wait. Get rid of the kind of buzz of they could be coming main, because they'll be looking there for the spawn, and when they don't see them come out in the first few seconds after spawn, they'll assume it's side, but suddenly, a few seconds later, 3 players charge outside of main. Support fire tossed over the top. And here we go. Speaking of penetration, Reload looks to make his way up towards the objective. He's now left with Drago's triple frag, opening up the West radar parts. And there's not much left to hold on to them. Drago gets the objective. The Goldfish landmine takes him down. Knight's going to run them away. No, sorry, it's Matthias who's going to run them away. The Poles have respawned, but Matthias is up and away. And Dignitas have got themselves the parts with 5:25 to go as he enters the command post. Can TMOE claim the the truck before Dignitas do? There must be someone going to come from the back, surely. It's Ferris, and he's done his job, and he's got 2 or 3 frags, and Matthias should have a very simple task of running these objectives home. And here he will go. 6:58. Ferris top fragging with 10, though Reload most damage. 3 10s over on the other side as well. Numeric having a quiet half, but we said 7 minutes would give him a real fighting chance. And they've got it. There's an eerie silence in front of the game. Don't think anyone knows which way it's going. Place your money, guys. Where are we put it? Who's going to win this? We have one call for TMOE. Toxic has said Dignitas. Three minutes 40 even someone's called there. 3, 2, 1. We are fight. And here we go. TMOE are away. Ferris goes to find himself the frag onto Frag Stealer. He does so. For all of Potty's compliments of Frag Stealer. When you come up against a player of Reload or Ferris's caliber, there are just only a handful of them in the game. Ever. You know, it says something in their ability that they can keep coming back into the game and keep finding the top of level of it. Side is going to be planted any second now by Crine, surely. Knight's trying to hold it up if he can. TMOE have got 4 players here, and they just need it to be simple. Hold side whilst you got it. Periodic defensing. Knights get 2 frags, so you're going to need all of those 4 players out there because they're stupidly getting themselves fragged by Knight. Knight shouldn't be able to even get 1 frag. You're 1 on 4. There's no way he should be able to get up there. This should not be happening to TMOE. They just need to stay calm. But they are going to lose side. Somehow. Yet the dynamite will blow. Someone tossed a nade in there off the spawn. Side is blown. All this does is now allow Knight to spawn back and push forward. So you've not done yourself too many favors there. You've just unleashed Knight further without too many obstacles. But if you get main, then you'll take it. One 0 to TMOE. And they've got 5 minutes to attack here on radar, and they've got main and side inside 2. So far, this couldn't be going any less to script. Drago tries an audacious push for that dynamite. He's got backup from Ferris, and Ferris is going to get himself 2 frags, but not the 3rd. And Frag Stealer and Dialer will in the end hold on to it. Where do you go if you're TMOE? Main or side? Side is the call. I'd be tempted for one just dabble into side. Into main. Just see whether you could feel them out before they got into position, because you can see, had they gone main off that spawn, dignitas were nowhere near it. One dabble. Because now they're going to have to face up against these. Frag Stealer's going to go for it. Reload's in trouble, as is Matthias, does get his revive, and 2. More revives coming in from the allied side, and the command post is gone. Can Numeric and Frag Stealer do the job? It looks like they've relayed their way in here, and they've got the command post. Good work. Very good work. They need to stop any future revives going in, and they will be there. They've got it. 4 players into side. They just need their engineer up there, and they're away. TMOE, good work. As they take another objective from Dignitas. And Crine will throw up the command post. With 3:37 to go, East is collected. Dignitas on the rocks. Crozet is saying Dignitas need to win for the Quick Live tournament's sake. I think there are a lot of neutrals that are saying TMOE need to win for the headline's sake. But TMOE, this is a statement and a half, as the objective will be ran into that truck. Thus far they've taken it step by step, TMOE. You have to give them credit. They've not been found out. They've not run the objective with 1 man and just gone in a stupid one-on-one. They've not left dynamites unguarded. They've done everything they need to do. And now they've got more than 2.5 minutes to get that objective away. Dialer is at the back. Gonna hop himself up top. Can he do any damage from here? He fires a few shots off and gives his position away when there's no one else really attacking at the same time. It's a good idea, but not if you're gonna do it isolated. Reload versus Numeric. Numeric takes off a hat and another one. Can he finish the job? Don't think so. Oh, yes, he can. 3 headshots and down. Numeric outguns Reload, and that's not very often. Has got someone on his back. I guess it's a respawning Reload, but here we go. Numeric still looking around. 2 minutes to go. Objectives picked up over towards the west radar parts and moving. Dialer gets them, but he can't drop them underneath, and they're still down. But so are Dignitas. And someone's coming from behind. Eden's on the bridge. Down goes Knight. And it looks like TMOE are going to win this one. It's Eden to take it home. And Dignitas are going to lose by 4-0 to TMOE. The Poles, who in the seeding tournament were wiped out against one of the top seeds, have come on land and destroyed Dignitas. Gold Rush was one-sided. Radar close. But in the end, with how many minutes to spare? A minute and a half to spare. They have won Radar. And the headlines are waiting to be written. We're going to bring you Yo-Yo Tech versus Rocket right after this one. There's also COD on stream too with D-Man. I think he's doing... he's got Morg as well. D-Man and Morg casting a game. I'd listen to it just for Morg. We'll be back in just a moment. You're on Quad V. Dignitas in the loser bracket.